y'all, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Michelle. This video is going to be a week of dinners. I don't know if I got an actual full week of meals, but I definitely got several days. So we're going to fry up some chicken with some green tomatoes and some eggplant, and then on the side we're going to have some leftover boudin and some shells and cheese. So when frying, you want to season your flour very good, as well as your meat. If you don't season the flour, it just kind of overwhelms your meat, and then it won't seem, it may look seasoned before you batter it, but then once you cook it, it won't taste seasoned. And for those of y'all who don't know what boudin is, it's basically like a dirty rice or a rice dressing in a casing, and we had some left over. Now, we don't eat the casing. We just kind of, as you take a bite, you pull it out with your teeth. My husband, he doesn't like to do it that way, so for him I have to just actually cut open the casing and scoop it out.
Time flies, close your eyes, imagine you could see everybody else's dream, what a comfort it would be. Alone, standing strong, the way it ought to be. But you can never walk alone on your way to being free. We're only human after all. Nothing could make us fall apart. I'm ready to answer for what I've done wrong in my life. It's nothing, I promise. It's not enough to make you cry. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Yeah, it's not that big a deal when I think about it now. We should never be afraid to believe in it somehow. 'Cause we're only human after all. Nothing can make us fall apart. Whoa. I'm ready to answer for what I've done wrong in my life. It's nothing, I promise. It's not enough to make you cry. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. We're only human. We're only human. We're only human after all. We're only human. We're only human. We're only human after all. Hear me when I say I'm ready to answer for what I've done wrong in my life. It's nothing, I promise. It's not enough to make you cry. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all.
Oh, look, there were fries. I couldn't remember if I had fries or not. I prefer to make my own fries at home, but I think I was out of potatoes, or I just didn't feel like doing it. I don't remember. But so we had frozen fries, the seasoned fries, and that was just for kids who are people who don't eat the fried eggplant and fried green tomato. If I'm having good stuff on the side, like the eggplant or even like zucchini or yellow squash, if I'm having any of that on the side, I do not need the French fries.
I can't get up alone, too heavy on my own. The world is moving on, I'm still standing here, searching for steady ground, a place to settle down. No reasons left to find. One day I'll change your mind, and it won't come easy, but I know it's worth the fight. And I will run across the rivers, anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night. I'll follow you. I make the same mistakes, forget how much it takes. No reasons left behind. One day I'll make you mine, and it won't come easy, but I know it's worth the fight. And I know you can see it too, so keep me hanging on, and I will run across the rivers, anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night. I'll follow you.
And we still here frying. I'm cooking up the shells and cheese. And then in the background, in a little while, you're going to see my daughter. She starts to dance, and I was like, hold on, I want to record that, and so I'll make her do it again. But the bad thing about frying is that it just takes so long. Yeah, that's one reason why I don't fry often, is it just takes forever. It makes a huge mess, and I mean, hey, it tastes good, right? But it's not something that I do very often. I have been doing it more than usual for these videos, but it's just to switch up the boring, mundane, there she goes, the boring, the everyday stuff. Every once in a while I get hungry for something good and fried, and so hey, I love me some Popeye's chicken, but homemade can be just as good. Also, I do love a good fried pork chop. I might have to do some of that this week coming up. Huh?
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire.
Okay, and here you're going to see me taking my husband's boudin out of the skin, like I was saying earlier, and then he will just eat this like, a big plate of rice dressing.
I'll be your light if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light.
Okay, now we're going to start fixing some plates. I get everybody's plate fixed before mine, obviously. That's just how we kind of do it here in the South. Kids first, husband, mama last. Unless they're all outside playing or busy and not really come and bother me, like, is it almost done? Is it almost done? There are times I will sit down and eat my food first and enjoy it in the peace and quiet. There's my plate. I love black pepper on my macaroni. Enjoy. So this night we're going to have some orange chicken. My 9-year-old has recently started this thing where he wants to pick what we're eating, and he loves orange chicken, so that's what I'm doing. I don't remember why, but I have the boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I really just think I overcooked them because I didn't care for the way they came out. To go with that, we're going to have this pan of bread, which is just yeast rolls that they're frozen. You take them out, let them rise, and then you bake them. You can't get any closer to homemade than this if you don't want to do all of that work. My kids call it fluffy bread, and it's delicious. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna make up a fried rice. I didn't have all the stuff that I would typically want in a fried rice, but we did it anyway, and it came out fine.
Yeah, I can carry all that you've got. 2 heavy hearts is not a lot. I will put out all of the fire. We stumble and fall. And it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light.
Taking a little break from cooking while the boys ride the four-wheeler a little bit. My son loves the four-wheeler. He would be on it all the time if he could. But, we don't let him drive it by himself yet. So if somebody can't give him a ride, he can't ride it. So hubby was out there. Sometimes the older daughter does it. But she wasn't here, so it was these two making rounds around the house. Boy, if only they could go up on that big pile of dirt that's across right there. They're building a gas station there, and that's why that dirt is all pushed to one side. That would be fun. And back to my fried rice. So what I do have in the pot is some cut up onion. I think I had some bell pepper in there. And then I cut up a few baby carrots because they're just sitting in the icebox. Nobody's eating them. So I sliced those really thin and threw that in there as well. And then when that's all cooked enough, I will throw some eggs in there and scramble it up a little bit, and then dump in my rice. And look, that pretty pan of bread. Definitely butter it when it comes straight out of the oven so that the butter can melt all in there. And then we like to butter it again, when we sit down to eat.
Still got your pearls hanging by my bedside. Still got your lips on paper in a trash now. I never knew love could be so sweet. I never knew it would sting. I never knew love like this would leave me in pieces. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us? Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I feel. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Oh, Emily. I can't believe it's already over. Too late to talk and fix whatever's broken. I always thought love like ours would last. I never knew love could pass. Tomorrow comes and you are not around. Feels uneasy. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us? Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I feel. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Who said it'd be easy to be in love? Who said that the sun would always shine? I'm not sure you realize what you are giving up. When did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us? Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop?
And here is the finished product. The fried rice came out good, and we ate that stuff up.
What are you drinking, Bo?
Tea.
Tea. Aubrey.
Aubrey.
What are you drinking?
Beer of the root.
Ma'am, can I see your face?
Look at Mama. What's wrong?
She doesn't want to be bothered.
What are you drinking?
Beer of the root.
Bless it, y'all. We had one that was mad with her seating arrangement, and that's why she turned around with that attitude. This is Pizza Artista, and if you have one in your area, check it out. It's amazing. You can order from the menu, or you can tell them exactly what you want on it. Another day, another dinner. This night, I decided to bake a rabbit. This is rabbit that we raised, and then my husband and 2 kids, they processed it, and we put 8 of them in the freezer. We still have, I think, 4 or 5. But anyway, with this meal, we're about to have some cucumbers from my dad's garden, as well as some green beans from his garden and mustard greens from his garden as well.
Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I feel. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Oh, Emily.
Of course, we will have rice and gravy with this baked rabbit. We have rice and gravy several times a week. Um, it's it's our go-to, really. Some people do pasta. I mean, I could do mashed potatoes, but I'm gonna want that gravy on some rice.
Frames of the past and the memory of you just come running back. Pictures of sunny days with your smile in the park.
Now I'm gonna cut up some bacon for my green beans. Normally I would fry up this bacon first, but because I was cooking my beans from frozen, I had to get them, cooked how I like them, tender, before doing the bacon. I also try to cook my green beans before I freeze them, but the last few times that my daddy brought me some, I just didn't have the time to cook them first, so we snapped them and put them straight into the freezer. So that's why they were coming from raw, from frozen. So how do you like your green beans? I like them plain from a can, but I love them from the garden. I love bacon and onions in my green beans, and I also like to put potatoes in my green beans. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for and how much time I actually have. See, I've done cooked down the green beans. They're to the consistency that I would want them. I don't like crunchy green beans. I just can't do it. And I'm gonna just let this, mustard greens, let that bacon cook until it's done. And then we're gonna have some sliced cantaloupe as well as some cucumber and tomato from my daddy's garden.
Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Oh, how'd you do? I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. Hope you're fine, ain't got time. I'm not broken, not broken, not broken.
Okay, this is not a dinner or a supper. It's actually a breakfast. Sometimes I get in the mood to cook a big breakfast. Most of the time I do not. So I figured I would throw this in there just because I'm actually taking the time to do it. So how do you cook your bacon? I love cooking mine in the oven. It cooks perfectly. You don't have that splatter all over your stove. And the one advice that I would give though is not to cook it directly on the pan. Either cook it on some foil or like if you have the silicone mats, anything to keep the bacon from sticking to the pan, because without really scrubbing it, you can't get some of it off, and I don't want to mess up my good pans by scrubbing. And so I don't know why I didn't do it on this day. I guess I forgot. It's been a while since I cooked bacon in the oven for like a meal. Normally if I'm just cooking a little bit of bacon to go in like green beans or something, I'll do that on top of the stove. But I guess I just forgot. Anyway, the point is, put something down in your pan before you throw this in the oven. And what I typically do is, once the pan is full, I stick it in the oven, and then I turn the oven on to 425, and 9 times out of 10, by the time the oven is preheated, the bacon is cooked. So sometimes it needs to go a little longer, depending how much I stuffed in that pan, I guess. But for the most part, by the time it beeps that it's preheated, the bacon is done. And it looks like I talked way too long about the bacon. Here I've moved on, obviously, and I'm gonna make some French toast. We like French toast, but I don't make it often. It's just such a production. I'm at a point in my life where I'm all about convenience and fast. And yeah, I mean, I was just hungry for the French toast, I guess, which is why I decided to make it. But then after I made this, then my son comes in wanting the Pioneer Woman cinnamon sugar bread or cinnamon sugar toast. I don't know. I saw it on her show years ago, and I've been making it ever since. It's really, really good, but it's really rich. And yeah, he wanted that too. So this turned into a big old thing.
One last night here with you, came to set the record straight, and in this letting go. But every time I'm a fool, now it's already too late. Boy, your kiss can't say no. Baby, I'm so done with the crazy ways. You're the one being gone for days, like I didn't even care. Tell me why do you think you deserve my love? We the one that I'm thinking of. Can't you see that we don't have a future? You and I, still my love is blind when your eyes meet mine. I'm just an addict, boy, you turn me on. I just can't move on. I'm just an addict. One more night in your bed, just like that first time we met. You always want some more. Oh, and I can't fight or reset. Try so hard, but can't forget. Drop your clothes to the floor. Baby, I'm so done with the crazy ways. You're the one being gone for days, like I didn't even care. Tell me why do you think you deserve my love? We the one that I'm thinking of. Can't you see that we don't have a future? You and I, still my love is blind when your eyes meet mine. I'm just an addict, boy, you turn me on. I just can't move on. I'm just an addict. The way that you work your magic, I'm stuck here and automatic. I'm just an addict. The way that you work your magic, I'm stuck here and I'm just an addict. One more night here with you, I don't know what I should do. Boy, I wish I could let go. Yeah. But every touch gives me a rush. I can tell wrong from right.
Okay, so I finished up with the French toast. Now I'm gonna do some breakfast sausage. I know I already have bacon. Like I said, this turned into a big old thing because what should have just been French toast and bacon ended up being French toast, Pioneer Woman cinnamon sugar toast, bacon, and breakfast sausage. Like I said, it turns into a big production anytime I cook breakfast, so maybe that's why I avoid it.
Still my love is blind when your eyes meet mine. No, no, no. I'm just an addict, boy, you turn me on. I just can't move on. I just can't move on. Oh, I'm just an addict. The way that you work your magic, I'm stuck here on automatic. No, 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 no. I'm just an addict.
So here I am making the Pioneer Woman stuff. So I don't look at the recipe anymore. I just kind of remember that it's 2 sticks of butter. I don't remember the amount of sugar actually, if it's 1 cup. I don't know, I kind of just go by taste. So 2 sticks of butter, sugar to sweeten, and then some vanilla extract, and that gives it just the right creamy texture. And you spread it very thick on your bread, including over the crust. You know, normally like when you butter bread or whatever, you go just inside the crust. This one you go completely over it because you want that goodness to be on the whole bread. Then you put it in the oven and bake it. I don't remember the temperature or anything. Again, I just kind of eyeball it. But you bake it until the butter mixture on top is bubbly and brown, or starting to brown. And then you turn on your broiler to finish it. Oh, it is so good. Here I'm starting to do it, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Now my son doesn't like the crust, so there were some that I didn't go all the way to the edge with. I just went, you know, on the inside because I knew I was going to be cutting his crusts off anyway.
Just like that first time we met, you always want some more. Oh, and I can't fight or reset. Try so hard, but can't forget. Drop your clothes to the floor. Baby, I'm so done with the crazy ways. You're the one being gone for this.
So while I'm in the kitchen anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get some of this frozen yeast rolls, like the kids call fluffy bread, ready to go with our supper tonight. Okay, forgot to pick up the camera, I guess. So here's our supper: some baked teal, mustard greens, baked sweet potatoes, some butter beans with ham in it, another pot of macaroni, and those delicious fluffy breads. And here is my plate. A little bit of everything on there, and it was good. Okay guys, that's the end of that video. So I don't think I got a full week's worth of meals, but there's so much going on here that a lot of times I don't even think about the camera. I am trying to be more mindful about it because I do want to start putting out more videos, but it's just when you're not used to doing it, it's hard to just think about grabbing the camera every time you do something that you think might be worth putting on video. So anyway, if you like this video or these types of videos, give it a thumbs up so I know to keep doing them. Have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you in the comments.